Hey folks, AJaytheCEO here, and in this video we're going to be unboxing something that I have been waiting a very long time and saving up for to get, and that is a cinema camera. So let's go. Hey folks, AJaytheCEO here. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, thanks for stopping by. And on this channel, we focus on tips, training, strategies, reviews, and builds to help modernize your media ministry. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you like what we're doing here, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com. Link is in the description. So, as y'all know, I am a budding videographer, if you want to call it that, and learned a lot of stuff from church. And I do a lot of my work with camcorders. I do sporting events and all this other stuff. And for me, I've wanted to push myself to the next level and get another camera so that I can learn some more about apertures, focal length, all this other stuff, f-stops or whatever they call. And I really have been wanting to get something like this, but was kind of intimidated by all the information I've been trying to dig through as much on YouTube, try and dissect this. I've bought classes, I've bought courses, and pretty much the more and more I kept going over it, I kept leaning more towards the Blackmagic stuff, and I was, possibly I was looking at the 6K, and I'm like, and then I was thinking about the 4K, and I ended up leaning towards getting the 4K. I've had a lot of people tell me that look, you get something else, but I had to look back based off of where I'm at and why I'm doing this. Now, this isn't necessarily for church stuff, as in this review is not talking about like, will this be good for a church? This is based off of what I do for my business as well as pushing myself to the next level. So I will be using this with all my equipment that I recommend for churches. So at this point in time, because I'm so new at it, this is not a recommendation or anything. I just want to share with you what I'm doing with all the work that I've been doing with other clients and things like that. As well as taking care of all my other responsibilities, I've been stashing money away, and stuff like that. And then thankfully we got to the point where I was able to pull the trigger on this. So anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's go ahead and cut over and let's see what's inside this box, shall we? All right, so I bought this from Adorama mainly because it came with so many extras for a little cost. It came with a whole rig, cage, and all this other stuff like that we'll be opening up too. So I think I left my knife in my car, so we're gonna use the fingernail technique to open this. Alrighty, so can we pull me over here? There we go. And as you can see, I've already gotten a Samsung T7 SSD to use with this, but I am using this to record because my other one, I normally use this SanDisk SSD for recording with this. They said that this works with the camera, but not at the higher resolutions. So, everybody kept recommending these. Plus, I was able to get this on a massive sale. And this is a 1 terabyte. This is 500 gigs. So, we'll see. So anyway, let's open this up and let's see what's inside. Now, the other reason why I got this is because I use Davinci Resolve for everything I'm doing, and with this camera, it comes with a full version of the studio version of Davinci Resolve. And since that's what I use to edit, this Davinci Resolve by itself is $300. So the fact that I got this with this, it saved me from having to buy this Davinci Resolve anyway. So I want to start using some of the extra features as well. So inside we got the little welcome manual. Hopefully we got some stickers. I've been collecting a lot of these Blackmagic stickers. And there we go. There's Davinci Resolve 16. We got an access code, and I already downloaded this. So this code is going to be set aside, and we will be upgrading to this pretty soon. We have our plug, which I'm glad I watched a lot of videos because I actually ordered this because for whatever reason I thought it didn't come with one. So I ended up having to cancel that with Adorama because I would have had an extra cable. Now in my situation, I'm not at the point where I'm gonna buy a bunch of batteries to go with this camera, because in my situation, most of the time, I'm not shooting a lot of stuff outside. Most of my stuff, I am always plugged in. Even here in this setup, the camera that I'm using right now has a battery, and for whatever reason, my Sony, the battery actually acts up. And actually the camera in general, when I'm plugged in, sometimes it doesn't turn back on. So I actually have to kill the power to the camera and then power it back on for it to work. And when the battery's plugged in, it doesn't work. But anyway, I say all that to say that this camera, because it's going to be taking the place of my main camera right there, and this Sony that I'm using is going to be used maybe over the shoulder type of shot, or especially it will be used when we go back to live streaming sporting events. This is going to be the camera that I use while I'm getting acclimated to this. All right, so we got the plug anyway, that's what I was saying. Locking mechanism that will lock in place. The Canon battery that comes with this, like I said, I'm gonna keep this just for settings. Not gonna use it because I said, a lot of people said the battery is not very great. International plugs. Let me go ahead and grab the one that I'm gonna be using. Right there. Just that quick. All right, put that back. So we're definitely going to be saving this. And plug looks exactly like all the other Blackmagic stuff. So slide that in place there. And here she is. Man, I've been waiting a long time for this. So this is really cool. Now, the sad thing about it is I did order a lens with this. I can't remember what I got off the top of my head, but this came faster than the lens. Maybe the lens will be here today. I don't know. It's coming through regular mail. But anyway, this is honestly very light in comparison. Let's go ahead and peel that plastic off there. Very, very nice screen. Really cool. So I like a lot of the updates that they've done. I can actually control this from my A10 Mini Pro, which is another reason why I'm going to be using it. So if we flip this on the side, CFast and memory cards go here. I'm going to test my 120 gigabyte SD cards that I normally use for my drone and everything like that, just to see. But again, that's the reason why I got the Samsung 1 terabyte for this. Programmable buttons, on, off button, ISO, white balance, I don't know what the S is, photo button here, record, also have a record button, 2 mics, lens obviously goes right there. We have on the sides here, we have a headphone jack, mic jack for my Rode video mic, full size HDMI. I want to see if I can take these off because most of these are going to be unplugged anyway. Then we have our power, which is what I'm going to be plugging into. Mini XLR, USB Type-C. Cool. So really excited to play around with this, and like I said, I'm not gonna be able to play that much with this until everything comes in. Now, the reason I got this from Adorama this goes for around like $12.95. Now for $13.45, it actually came with a cage. It came with a an adapter to hold the SSD, and it came with some clamps to hold the cables and stuff like that in place. So let's see what's that. This is all about SmallRig, and interesting packaging there. All right, so we got Allen wrench and screws, So this is for the hard drive. And again, I'm recording with the drive right now, so I don't want to really do that. But the drive will slide in here. This other clamp clamps down to hold the cable in place so that nothing would get pulled loose by mistake. And maybe we'll just go ahead and set up the whole thing, why don't we? All right, so we got that here. Yep, made the trash. This is an HDMI and USB clamp that goes on the side to hold the cables here in place. So I think this bundle honestly saved me about $150 from buying all this stuff separately. I'm just excited mainly for the studio version of Davinci Resolve, to be quite honest, because this is new to me, so I'm excited about what this holds, but I really don't know yet. All right, so this screws in, and this screws into the rig, and then you place the cable, and it holds the cable in place, tension against it. All right, so that's cool. Trash again, yay. And then this is the cage. So it gives you a bunch of extra mounting holes on here. And I might have to get something else because I've been jumping back and forth between my mic situation. Like right now, I'm using my Rode video mic right now, and I'm constantly looking over here to see if my sound is well. I'm going through my mixer. I'm still dabbling if I should stay with the mixer, go back with the wireless Rode Wireless Go, which I still like. It's just I just don't like hooking it up sometimes. I'm trying to find something more stationary. Just like when I normally would go do trips, I take the Sony down and disassemble everything. But with this camera for right now, this is going to stay in place, and my Sony is what I will move around. And while I'm doing that, I'm glad I actually have it. Here's my DSLR right here beside this, and honestly, they weigh about the same. And I can't believe I left this off. I didn't leave the cap on there, so I need to clean that. Because that's another stuff it came with. It came with a whole bunch of other accessories. So it came with lens filters, ND filters, micro fiber cloth, lens cleaner, which is what I'm going to use on that, a little cap to clip onto here to hold it in place, a bag, another lens cleaner, another bag. All of this came with this for the same price compared to, I was going to get it from BH Photo, but that was with the camera by itself, and they had other bundles. It just didn't, for me, it didn't offer what I wanted. And actually, to be quite honest, I actually did order from BH Photo, and it took them 6 days, and I didn't hear anything from them. There was no shipment, there was no nothing, so I went ahead and canceled it. I placed the order for this on Friday, and it's Monday, and it's here. So, thank you, Adorama. All right, so here is the cage that I'm gonna use to mount with my tripod here. So I got a bunch of other clips. I have a cold shoe so I can slide my mic in here, hopefully. And yeah, so let's go ahead and put this whole thing together, shall we? Now, I don't even know what firmware this is on, so I might have to upgrade this, but I did download all this stuff. So let's just see how this all goes. There we go. All right, So let's see, this bottom piece, surprised it didn't come with an Allen wrench for that. Oh well. So this piece goes here to fit with this bottom thread. Alright, that's tight. Now we put another one here at the top. Alright, very solid. And alright, I thought I had an HDMI cable set aside here because of the full size. My Sony doesn't have go full size. Thought I had one around here somewhere. I do have a shorter USB-C cable that I'm going to use. And where is my HDMI cable? Oh, there it goes. All right, so this is what I'm going to be using to connect to the ATEM Mini over the cable I'm using right now. Right now I have the rising touch plugged in, which I can actually unplug, and I might do a splitter on that. Makes it easy. Alright, so from here, I wish there was a way I can set this aside. Can I? Okay, well I just have to set this aside. There, HDMI. Right there. Unplug this. Let's put our USB-C right there. And now these, maybe I should have plugged this in after the fact. So this will work this way. This goes through here. It's a tight fit. There we go. All right, so now these will screw in and clamp down on these. So I can line these up. There we go. So screw these down. And we need to push these against here so that hopefully those don't move. Yeah, that ain't going nowhere. Alright, maybe I should have tried to plug in this power into here at the same time. Man, yeah, I should have did the power first. Okay. All right, so that just locked. So actually, it was already plugged in. Oh well. All right, so now let's get this back in place. USB. HDMI. Let's move this over just in case. Because I still don't know if I'm gonna run sound through this or still go through. I'm probably gonna play around back and forth with these just to see what gives me the best result. because most of the time when I do stuff like this is kind of, I jump to do a video here, and I'm more preparing what I'm gonna talk about, anything else, and this is one less thing that I'd like to do. All right, so we got all of our wires hooked up. Let's go ahead and put the battery in here. Oh, also, you can actually charge this via USB. You just can't do that, it just doesn't do that when you're running the camera. So it'll charge the battery over USB. So I actually have a coupler that I can always connect this to that can give me a longer run than this, but I also have a longer cable if need be. All right, so we have 3 of these. Now, where am I gonna place this at? I'm trying to decide how I'm gonna place this, because that would be my mic. How much room do I have here? And actually my drive stopped recording, so let me see why that is. I wonder why that stopped recording. Oh well, maybe it stopped for a reason, because I need to disconnect this anyway. All right, so this goes into here like this. Then we screw this down to hold this tight. And again, like I said, this is the T7, which is a little bit thinner than the T5, because I heard the T5 was kind of tight in here. All right, now we have the other side of this cable. We plug in, and maybe I tightened it up too tight. All right, let's tighten it here, and then we tighten this again here to tighten the cable so that the cable doesn't go. All right, so that's good, but maybe I should have screwed this down first before I did this. Yeah, I need to find a good place for me to place this. So let's undo this here. And let's find a good location for this, because I don't want to block that mic input. And I might have to run a longer cable than I thought. Yeah, let me go ahead and run a longer cable here. Let's loosen this one up. And I will use the cable that came with the T7 for this. And it's actually flatter, almost like it's made for these clamps. All right, that's in place. All right, that's screwed down. I don't want that to be in the way of the lens. I don't want that to be in the way of the controls. Maybe we'll, because I think I've seen some people do it right here, but I don't want to do that. Maybe I can put it right here on the side. I don't know. If I did it on the side, I should have kept with the shorter cable. I think I will do that. I'm gonna go with the shorter cable and place it right there on the side. Plugged in. Now I guess while I'm doing all this, my decision has been, because of the recent updates, is for me to set my A10 Mini to record, but I'm gonna, when I hit record, it actually will engage the recording on the camera, and the intention is to start recording all my stuff through here in 4K. And I could have always done that with my current camera. I just, sometimes I have, and sometimes I haven't. But the intention is for me to do that more often. So I'm gonna push this up from here. Alrighty, so we get that here. Let's get our drive in there. Now these actually, I saw this on a video too, that while you're clamping these down, you can actually lift these up and it will allow you to move this if it's in the way of this. Alright, so we loop this around. Oh, that's the reason why I shouldn't have tightened it. Didn't learn from the first time I did that. Alright, that's plugged in. Now let's tighten this. Lift that handle up out of the way. And now let's tighten this one. And let's put this here. Alrighty. So there we go. So my intention is to take the thread from up there, and I wonder where I can screw this in, or I might have to get another adapter kind of like this to go in the bottom here, and then mount this on my tripod. I'd rather not. I might have to slide it over to the side so it's off center, but we'll see. But anyway, that's it. I will do a part 2 with this once I get my lens in so we can actually see what's going on with this camera. But I'm really excited about this. This has been a long time coming. Oh, you know what? I completely missed it. They told me that the Allen wrench is built in right here into the bottom of the cage, because I was like, where's the Allen wrench? So it's right there. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is see what, I'm gonna connect it to the computer to see what I get from that, see if I need to do any updates and all this other fun stuff. But I will come back. Hopefully my lens will either be here later today or tomorrow. If I do get the lens today, y'all will never see it because I will just cut right over to the lens being there. If not, this will be a part 2, and that's about it. So thank y'all for watching this simple little unboxing and a happy boy with this new camera. Looking forward to the new stuff that I can do with this, and especially playing around with Davinci Resolve to see what other features I can actually do. I know the one exciting thing I'm really excited about, I had a Decklink mini monitor to output to a full screen to see what I'm doing while I'm editing. The studio version actually lets you use the third display that your video card does have, and just push the full screen to another monitor. And I have 3 monitors right now, so that's one feature I know I'm looking forward to have a full display right here showing the final output of what I'm doing while I'm editing. So I'm excited about that. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. If you like this type of content, I appreciate a like, consider subscribing, and hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Oh, and by the way, I will have a link in the description to everything that I bought, so you can check that out there. And also want to thank the patrons to make this video possible. Now, I want to be honest with you. The money that was given by the Patreons did not go towards this. That is set aside to buy other equipment and software that y'all have asked for. So none of that money went into this. Just want to be transparent with y'all. And you can become a patron too for as little as $1 a month, where you help us get other stuff like software and things like that that the community is asking for, so that we can help train other media ministries all over the world. Now, the next goal, once we hit $600 a month, we are going to be buying a Wirecast license, because we've had a lot of people ask me to do training on that, and the license for that is $600. So once we get to that, or maybe just save up in 6 months to get that, which I think we can do that faster than waiting 6 months, but either way, that is the goal of what we're going to be doing. So anyway, enough of me blabbing. Thanks for watching, folks. We will see y'all on the next video. Later.